It's food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. The kettle's boiling. It's time for another noodle review. This time we got a classic, one of the, if not the classic companies of the noodle world. This is Pot Noodle and this is their doner kebab flavour and hot sauce. Interesting about this, full on doner. You don't need to add the sauce. If you want a bit of a spicy kick, add half the sauce. If you want a spice fiend, add the whole spice packet. Now it has hot fire chili sauce in it. So there it is. Filling it up to the light. Oh, it's not. It was 75p in Asda. Let's fill it up to the line. There we go. So I'm going to give this, I always give it a bit of a munch. Always give it a bit of a, kind of soften the sides a bit. Get it in. I reckon, yeah, so we've got to come back after, we're going to come back in 2 minutes. Leave that lid on the top with a fork on it. Come back in 2 minutes. When it's done. Now, very quickly, I quite like the hot sauce. I'm gonna add all of the hot sauce. So whilst that's sorting itself out, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Actually, do you want to see me come back in 2 minutes and then stir it and then go away again? I don't think you do you? I'll add the hot sauce. When it's ready, we'll get stuck into it. Okay, it's time to add the hot fire chili sauce to this pot noodle. Let's get rid of that lid. It's been 4 minutes. I've got the fork right round the edges. You've always got to do that with a pot noodle. A lot of that flavour is down in the creases. Unleash what's inside. It says on the back, yeah? Oh, wow, look at that. So naturally, I'm going to get it all in. Maybe this is pot noodles' response to some of the kind of samyang noodles that are out, that are very, very popular. Not just the samyang, but there's some really nice Asian noodles out there at the moment that you can buy in larger supermarkets. There's the big dollop of hot sauce. Let's get it in. Now, interestingly enough, as I was cooking this, I was thinking, ooh, smells like lamb. Mint sauce and lamb. So I think that's what they've gone with the flavour. They've gone with like a lamby kind of mint saucy aroma, smell, taste for this. Which of course makes perfect sense, doesn't it? It makes absolute perfect sense. So, oh, do you know, I was a little, not apprehensive, I'm not going to say I was apprehensive at all, but it was a little bit like, oh, here we go, you know, pot noodle, they've brought a doner kebab version out. But for 75p so far, that it smells really good. I've always been a beef and tomato fan. Always been a beef and tomato pot noodle fan. But this, with the mintiness, the minty lamb aroma, it smells quite nice. How does it taste? Well, we got all the chili sauce in. I'm getting quite, it's not fierce. I suppose it's quite fiery. It's not like that blooming hot dog I made the other day. That was insane. It tastes like mint gravy. It tastes like when you've added some mint sauce to your gravy. If you've been for like a pub Sunday lunch, a Toby Carvery. means a Toby Carvery, they've always got piles upon piles of mint sauce and gravy when you have a Toby Carvery. And of course, naturally, when you have ultimate kind of unlimited amounts of gravy and mint sauce to put on your food, what are you going to do? You're going to cover it in mint sauce and gravy, aren't you? This is kind of what that tastes like. The other thing it tastes like, the other thing they taste like is this, or it tastes like is this. It's the roast lamb and mint crisps. Now, years ago, you'd always see roast lamb and mint crisps. Always. You don't see them so much anymore. These are Yorkshire crisps. I'm looking forward to reviewing these. But you used to always get lamb and mint crisps years ago. And because they've died away somewhat, because you don't see that flavour anymore, I think Pot Noodle have pulled a bit of a clever one here. Fair play, I think it's clever. I think if they tried to pull this off in the 1980s, people would have gone lamb and mint crisps. Because it's 2022, lots of people eat kebabs these days. They've used that same lamb and mint sauce flavour and they've added it to a pot noodle. I like the fiery chili kick. It's quite nice. Actually, for me, it gives the pot noodle a little bit of depth, a little bit of fire, a little bit of smoke, if you like, for that lamb and mint flavour. It's exactly the same as ordering a kebab, I suppose, isn't it? I've ordered a chicken kebab before now, and I just had it plain, and I couldn't finish it. I didn't like it. But I've had multiple doner kebabs after the pub, with all the mayo, all the trimmings, all the chilli, everything that goes with it. And it's the only time after I've had a few pints that I can finish one. If you gave me a doner kebab sober, even with the chili sauce, mayo, mint, all of that kind of stuff on it, I probably wouldn't be able to eat it. It's quite nice. It's quite nice in a pot noodle way. Now, I always thought pot noodles were £1. Always. 75 pence in Asda. Pretty decent stuff. And the spice, again, I'm going to talk about the spice a little bit. That spicy sauce, it's pretty decent. It's not going to blow your head off, but it just complements the lamb and mint flavour a little bit. It gives the pot noodle an extra dimension. What I like about pot noodles as well is the thick gravy. It's strange, it's not like a... It's definitely more of a gravy base than like the Asian noodles are more of a sauce, a watery sauce base, whereas these, look at it, it's definitely more gravy. So So I'm ready to rate this. It's a bit of burn, you know, on the back of the throat with that chilli sauce. I wasn't expecting to like this, I gotta be honest with you. It's the lamb and mint flavour that really does this. It really kind of makes this work. Lamb and mint pot noodle doesn't work. Call it a doner kebab pot noodle. You're going to sell millions of these things. You are going to sell millions of these things. Right, rating for that, 75 pence. 75 pence, enough for my lunch. Bit of a bargain. Nice hot chilli kick. Like the lamb and mint. 9 out of 10. I didn't think I'd be saying this, but 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers! It gives the pot noodle a little bit of depth.